Well, it's been quite a while since I've done a channel update. In fact, it's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video, but that is an uncommon thing with this channel. I've uploaded stuff and disappeared for months at a time before, and this isn't any different. By the way, I'm trying out a new setup. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments below, as I plan on using this sort of setup in the future for any future on-camera segments, and the feedback I receive from this will greatly determine whether or not I continue to use this setup. I think it looks pretty good, albeit a bit weird, but it works for me personally. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I'm sure at some point or another you've heard me mention that one of the reasons I don't really take YouTube as seriously as I could is because of school. Well, in retrospect, that isn't exactly the case. Now, while I did spend a significant amount of my time in class and doing schoolwork, there was still a significant amount of my time left that I could have poured back into this channel if I really wanted to. For example, 2017 was a fairly active year for my channel. Probably the most active it's been since 2012, back when I did commentaries and let's plays and whatnot. And my school workload was arguably the same as it was 3 years prior to then. I think the two big things that really held me back were a lack of ambition and a lack of resources. What I mean by a lack of ambition is that I could have done more, but I lacked the drive and motivation to do so. I was far more lazy. I would come up with ideas for videos, but ultimately wouldn't make them because I wasn't willing to put forth the effort to actually make them. I was also worried that I would overwork myself if I edited videos and went to school at the same time, but upon reflection, I really wouldn't have. I could have paced myself and taken a break whenever I needed to. Well, in recent years that's changed. For one, as funny as it sounds, I discovered coffee. Well, actually I've been drinking coffee since about 2015, but it was only for one day out of the week. And what I came to the conclusion was that on just that one day I felt more productive than arguably I did the entire week. So I started drinking coffee more regularly, and I must say that it's improved my work ethic overall. But to get back on topic, besides outside influences, there was also this sort of change inside of me to where I wanted to be a bit more productive in my downtime. Don't get me wrong, I still love playing video games, but I felt like I came to a point in my life where I had gamed quite enough and was willing to cut back a little bit of that time and use that extra time to put towards making YouTube content, which is something that I've, really wanted to do for years now, but just never really set aside the time to do so because, well, I just wasn't emotionally ready, I guess, or something like that. I wanted to start making things instead of just enjoying them, but that's no longer a problem. I now have the drive and motivation to do YouTube videos. Lack of resources refers to the fact that for the longest time, I didn't have my own computer that was capable of editing videos. I mean, I had my own computer. I had this little laptop, or notebook or netbook, I guess is the technical term. It's basically a mini laptop. But needless to say, the specs on this thing weren't really good for editing videos. And there's also the weird fact that for some reason or another, I think because of the screen resolution wasn't that big, but anyways, I couldn't even install my video editing software on this thing if I wanted to. So there's no way I could edit videos on here unless I use something like Windows Movie Maker, which I'm kind of past that point in my life. It's meant that for several years now I've had to rely on the computer in the living room, which is technically the family computer. And the location of my YouTube workspace in turn has made it difficult for me to edit videos in the evening, which is when I had the majority of my free time after school. My mother is also home during the evenings, and her way of relaxing and unwinding is to sit on the couch and watch TV. And with the placement of the computer where it is, I'd basically be blocking the TV screen, and I didn't want to be a nuisance to her, so I didn't do that sort of stuff. There's also the fact that I'm kind of keeping my channel a secret from her. Reason being is because this channel is still very small and very personal to me, and it's like an avenue for me to just be me, and I'd rather just kind of, keep it personal and not really have her involved in it or whatever. But of course, if I ever gained an audience of like 100,000 people or more, I'd definitely tell her about it, because I feel like if I didn't, she'd probably find out about it anyways. Plus, at that point, I'd probably be making money off of this channel, and she'd definitely be behind that. I'd also be more proud to show it off as it's no longer a dumb hobby, but a way to make money. Anyways, and since I'd be locked in my room during this time, and well, I am a gamer, I would instead use this time to dive into my backlog of games. There would be a period late at night where I could edit videos, and sometimes I would, but other times I might be really into what I was playing and would rather do that than work on a video, so, that wasn't always a very good time slot. But now, thankfully, I have a computer that's capable of editing YouTube videos. I'll probably throw a picture of it on screen. And, yeah, now I can edit videos during the evening if I want to. Okay, so I have the motivation and the basic resources to make videos, so what's the holdup? Well, funnily enough, it is school, but it's a legitimate excuse this time. I may have the motivation and resources to make videos, but the key thing is I just don't have the time. In years past, I was attending community college, and the workload was fairly light and didn't interfere with my personal life too much. But last year, I transferred to a university, and my workload has increased significantly. Most of my time is spent doing schoolwork, and there's very little time doing anything else. And any little time I do get, I'd much rather just use that time to relax instead of making YouTube videos, which at the end of the day, even though I enjoy doing it, is just more work. And since I don't have a huge following and I don't rely on this channel as a source of income, it's a lot easier for me to just step away for a while instead of pressuring myself to maintain this channel while also maintaining my school workload. This is why my top 5 games 2017 video didn't come out until June, because I just didn't have the time, but I had all the stuff already recorded and I didn't want to just let that all go to waste. So with all of this in mind, here's a projected upload schedule for the next 2 years. That's all of this year and 2020. Currently, as I'm making this video, I'm on my winter break, and since my winter break is only like 3 weeks long, needless to say, you probably won't get a lot of content out of this period, as I'd rather focus my break on, relaxing instead of making YouTube videos and whatnot. However, the possibility of me making videos or uploading videos isn't completely out of the question, it's just very unlikely. January to April is the spring semester, so I will not be uploading anything during that time. I suppose there's still a little bit of a chance, but, very, very not high, very unlikely. If I do, it's probably like some short, quick 5-minute video or something. But more than likely, I'm going to be too busy with schoolwork to do anything. May to August is the time frame when you can really expect me to upload videos, because that's my summer break. Now, perhaps not much will happen during the month of May, as I might be spending that month more relaxing and unwinding after a long semester, but by June, July, and August you can definitely expect to see more content. It should probably consist of a video or two, depending on the type of videos I make. But for pretty much the rest of the year, I have to go back to school. So from September to December, don't really expect to see a whole lot of videos. And well, the cycle continues, and the next time I'll be able to consistently upload videos is summer 2020. As for what happens after 2020, that's yet to be determined. Hopefully, I will have graduated from college by this time, but if not, it'll be another semester or two. I sure hope not, because I could barely stomach another 2 years, let alone another semester or two on top of that. But none of this is set in stone. The future is unpredictable and things could change. Who knows? Maybe I could graduate by the end of this year and not 2020. I highly doubt it considering my major, but it's possible. Or something could come up during the summer, or maybe I just don't feel like doing anything YouTube related. Well, I guess if that's the case, my channel will just suffer. But for now, I feel like this is a fairly accurate statement on the state of the channel for the next 2 years. I realize I don't have much of an audience, and technically I didn't need to make this sort of video. I could have just disappeared for a while and then pop back up and then disappear again like I normally do. But even for what little audience I might have, I felt like I should keep them informed, as well as any new people that might click on my channel and wonder why I'm not posting content as regularly as I could. Again, real sorry to make you all wait for new videos, but school comes first, and I really want to focus my time and attention on school at the moment. And as for the usual Games of the Year video, it's coming. Probably won't be till summer, but it's happening. I got a script typed up and recorded the voiceover and everything. Also, no, this isn't a voiceover I spliced in last minute. And I suppose I should mention one last thing before I close this off. I have a side channel. It's called Teal Tunes, and I'll leave a link to it in the description, and you can check it out if you want to. But I don't bring it up to try to tell you all to go subscribe to it or anything. I bring this up because there's still a possibility that even during my active months, I might spend some of my time on that channel as opposed to this channel. And the only reason being is because that the type of videos I make over there are a lot easier to make and upload than on this channel. And I don't make my own music at the moment, okay? So that's why I'm not telling you to go subscribe, because it's technically not my own content. It's basically just a dumping ground for any music-related videos that I want to upload and make, and that don't, previously exist on YouTube. Like, for example, I've uploaded 2 complete soundtracks to 2 games, and I've also done this extended cut remix of Tenacious D's Tribute, which is basically where I take the chorus from an older version of Tribute and then I splice it into the official release of Tribute. And I think it turned out pretty well, and that's the one video I'd recommend you all check it out, because I'd really like for that one to get more views, so there'll be a link to that in the description, and also probably on screen too. Well, I think that's all I need to say for now. Thank you all for watching as always, and please be patient with me. I'll get back to making more videos as soon as I can. But until the next time I see you, take care.